something so bad feel so good. So what do I mean by that? Well, are you one of these people that love to smoke? You have cigarettes and you kind of think that you shouldn't be smoking them, but yet they just, they relax you so much that you just continue to do it? Or are you reaching for those cookies when you know you shouldn't, but yet they just taste so good? Or maybe we turn to that extra glass of wine, or maybe there's something else, another habit like gambling, that for a short period of time we forget all our troubles. Could that be you? Well, on this episode of the Hangout with Penny show, we're going to learn a little bit about what habits are and what addictions are and what help there is out there for us. So welcome everybody. This is the Hangout with Penny show. And for right now, I'm just going to go out into the comment area and I'm going to ask somebody if they can see me, because Jackie and I had just a little bit of technical situation happening before the show. So I'm asking Tana Marshall, I know you're watching. Can you message in the comment area and tell me whether you can see me? Oh, I'm just waiting to see.
This is fun.
You, Jackie.
This is fun.
We're recording, but I'm not certain if it's actually going through. And you can't see me.
I still can't see you, but I can hear you. That's a good thing.
Well, welcome to the Hangout with Penny show. Surprise, surprise. This is something oh boy.
Have you heard back from any of the viewers?
Not so far. I'm just asking a question to the people that are out there watching. Are you able to tell me whether you can see me or not? Because Jackie can't see me, and I don't know if the show's actually going.
It says live.
Oh, this is the first time this has ever happened. And Jackie, you can't see me. Still?
Nope. Now I can see a little picture on the big screen.
My picture?
You're still on the big screen.
Oh, boy. Well, I'm just going to hope that people can see us, that it is going, because I see, sorry, I can only see your picture. All right, so apparently,
Let's go with the flow.
Yeah, they can't see me, only my picture. Oh, she can hear me. We're live. I can hear you both. Oh, well, Jackie, you hang tight. Everybody, you're watching the Hangout with Penny show. We have just a little bit of technical glitches here going on. I'm going to just leave the show for a moment, and I'll be right back. Jackie, you hang tight. Oh, I don't know if I can do that. Okay, well.
Why don't you just give it a go? Send another link. Maybe come back.
All right, I'm going to just leave for a moment.
Yeah.
And I will be back. Oh, no, see? Continue broadcast. Confirm. Can you see me now?
No.
Oh, boy. Well, what do you want to do, Jackie? Do you want us to continue?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Um, because this is your regular show, right?
Yeah, we can always do a retake.
Yeah.
We can do it again. So in the meantime, then people can see you. That's what's important right now because I want people to see you. So we're going to just carry on with the show, everybody. And you. So I'm going to white box Jackie. Well, no, probably that won't be a good idea either. All right, we're on episode 26, the Hangout with Penny show, and we are talking about bad habits or habits that can become bad habits, and then they can become addictions, and we're going to learn all about that. So I was going to read some of last week's show, but I think I'll just leave that out of this episode, and we'll get to that next week. So Jackie, I think we're going to delve right into tonight's topic. So this is the Hangout with Penny show, episode 26. We're a weekly show, Fridays, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific time, and tonight my special co-host is Jackie MacLean. She is a clinical hypnotherapist. She helps people with addictions. So she's an addiction recovery specialist, if you will. The beauty about this platform with Google Hangouts and Skypes and she reaches people just like we can here. She reaches people all over the world. So she can help people all over the world. So Jackie, people are going to be able to see you, just apparently they can't see me right now. So you're the one that's important right now, for sure. So why don't you come out onto the screen, tell people who you are, and just tell people how you just love to help others.
So thank you, Penny. Thank you for having me on the show. And I come from India, and I've been doing this work. I'm passionate about this work because I struggled all my life. As a young kid growing up in India, I grew up in the city, Bombay, and to me that was the Bronx of India. My father was an alcoholic. He used to beat us kids in his drunken state, and my brother too was struggled. In fact, he died of alcoholism when he was really young. He was only 38. So this has been a passion of mine, Penny, to help people the best I can. And about 12 years ago, when my second husband left, it was more that hypnosis found me, and ever since then, I'm really excited about helping people who really struggle, especially with substance and other addictions as well. So that's my story in a nutshell of how I got to this place and where I am today.
Oh, wow. I admire this because you've turned something that some people can foresee as a real tragedy. You've turned it into a blessing for others where you can help people. That is such a heartwarming, boy, thank you for that. The world thanks you for that. Okay, so let's get into a little bit about how do people develop and what is a bad habit, and why does somebody develop a bad habit when somebody else, alcohol, for example. Some people can drink, and then some people, they turn into alcoholics. Some people they don't ever want to smoke, and then some people can't quit. What happens? Why do we develop these habits?
So let's get into what a bad habit is, and taking that one step back, what is a habit? Okay. And as you know, a habit is something that we've done over and over and over again. So now that we've done something over and over again, it's on autopilot. And in layman terms, we call it a habit. So what then is a bad habit? And Penny, my point of view is that everything that we do is an experience. You go for a party, you enjoy a glass of wine, that's an experience. You go for a run, you feel great, that's an experience. So everything that we do in life is an experience. Now what happens as a result of that experience, the end result is it's either good or it's bad. So we call it good or bad in terms of how we feel. So a quick example is if we smell something bad, we are not going to repeat that experience, will we? Obviously not.
No, no,
Right?
not at all.
Right.
Hopefully.
But what happens when we feel good about an experience? We want to repeat it. So here's a quick, two quick examples. So imagine we go out for a party, we go to the bar or we go for a party. We've had a long day at work, we are stressed out, and we enjoy that glass of wine. What happens after we have that first couple of sips? We feel great and we go, we feel so awesome.
Yep.
Right?
Yep, I do.
Yeah, well, I do too. We all do. Let's take another example. So an example, it could be a teenager. A 14-year-old teenager, parents are fighting at home, kid wants to get out of the house because mom and dad are yelling at each other. So he goes out and the neighbor kid offers him a cigarette.
Oh, yes.
Hey, let's try this out. Man, we are smart. We can do anything. We are invincible. Let's take that first puff. And after a few puffs, it's like, ah. Now, at this stage, when we feel that, we get that awesome feeling of ah in our body, our subconscious stores this memory in our bank. This is our bank. This is, our subconscious mind is a hard drive. It banks all the stuff, all the memories, whether it's a good memory or whether it's a bad memory. So here are two simple examples of memory stored in the subconscious mind. I have a couple of glasses, a couple of sips of a glass of wine, I feel awesome. I have a few puffs, I feel awesome. Here's the next step, Penny. Why that wonderful experience becomes a bad habit. Now, let's take the example of the 14-year-old kid. Now he's going through life, he's 19 years old, parents are still struggling at home, he can't find a job. And our subconscious mind wants to help this kid get back that wonderful feeling. Remember, it's stored in the bank.
Ah.
And when I'm feeling crappy in this situation because I haven't, passed my exam, so I can't get a job and I can't leave home, and what do? A subconscious, it's a trigger, it brings up that memory of when I had that first cigarette and I felt awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And it's the same situation if we talk about, why people binge on cookies, for example. So here's an example of why people binge on, imagine a little girl, 6-year-old coming home from school. She's done awesome in her spelling test. And mommy says, oh, little Penny, you're such a beautiful little girl. You've got awesome marks on your spelling test. Here's a cookie. And then 2 weeks later, little Penny does well in school again, and here's another cookie. And we go through life for a few years getting cookies for mommy. But what happens 10 and 20 and 30 years down the road when mommy is not in that situation? Maybe she's moved out of town, or, we are all, life happens. And if mommy is not physically in that situation to give us a pat on the back and say, here's a cookie, our next best cookie is that bag of chips.
Oh my gosh.
Our next best cookie is that glass of wine or the box of cookies.
Yeah.
So we are not looking for the cookies or the glass of wine. We are looking for that feeling that we got when mommy gave us the first cookie, when she gave us the pat on the back. And that's what we call emotional eating.
Oh.
Isn't that fascinating, Penny?
It is so fascinating, and I'm just sitting here thinking, that's me. That's me.
All of us, Penny. That's all of us.
And that explains why, because, oh, it's probably a good thing people can't see me right now. Because that is such a good thing to know, because I could never understand why it was. There's been times where I've ate several cookies or the whole bag of chips or something, and I could never understand, like, why am I doing this? But at the time, it was just, whether it was making me feel good or whether it was making me feel numb, didn't matter. It was filling something up that I needed at the time. So it's no different eating those cookies as opposed to that cigarette or that drink. It's all the same.
It's all the same. It's all the same. So it's whatever your subconscious has banked in your particular memory that's telling the subconscious mind, hey, when I do this, I get that high. So here is our example. Some people get a high when they run, right? So some people are running, and exercising 10 hours a day. And, it could be quite unhealthy to be doing that, right? Some people gamble, and when they are, they're gambling and they're gambling and they're gambling. What are they doing? See, they intellectually are not stupid. Intellectually, they're smart, and they know, I'm losing the money, I'm losing the money. Yikes, stop, please stop. But they cannot stop, Penny. Why? Because at this point, the subconscious mind is the bus driver. And the bus driver says, hey, this is where we are going, babe. There's nothing you can do.
Oh, so this is how you help people, because you're a clinical hypnotherapist. So that is shifting what's going on in the subconscious mind. Is that correct?
Yeah. And because the shift can happen like this, that's why you may have heard of people, like my clients, for example. A large majority of them, Penny, they quit smoking in a single session. I have worked with people who have smoked for 52 years, and 40 years, 35 years, 30 years, but at least 3 of them, I remember, had smoked for 52 years. Now, how is it possible for them to quit?
Just like that.
Just like that. Here's why: because the analytical mind is not doing it. It's their subconscious mind, which, to me, our subconscious mind is really our inner guidance, our inner wisdom. Right?
So
that's
can I ask a question?
Right?
I have a question then.
Yes.
What part of the mind is the willpower? Is it the subconscious mind or the conscious mind?
It's the conscious mind. It's the analytical mind, the thinking mind that's saying, hey, I'm spending $300 a month on cigarettes. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. I've got to have the willpower. Got to stop. I promise today I won't have the chips. I promise, I promise, I promise.
But our subconscious mind is programmed already, so it doesn't matter how much willpower.
It's the bus driver, and the guy is sitting in the back saying, please, please take a left, and the bus driver saying, hey, buddy, I'm going right. Right?
Oh, I'm just so fascinated. So how then, can you explain a little bit for people that's, well, even for me, that doesn't understand what hypnosis is? Like, walk us through a little bit of what do you do?
So hypnosis, people misunderstand, and people think hypnosis does the job. Hypnosis doesn't do the job. Hypnosis is just a tool. So when people are in a state, what we call hypnosis, they're technically in a relaxed state. What I do as a specialist, as a professional hypnotherapist, the first step in that process of helping them make the change is to put them in a relaxed state. So let me give you an example, Penny. So here's our subconscious mind, where we store all of our beliefs, our behaviors, our habits, right? Here is our conscious mind, right? Our conscious mind is the gatekeeper. It's like, I'm not going to let anything get into the subconscious mind. And what happens during a state, that we call hypnosis, when I get my clients to relax? Our conscious mind, our analytical mind, what I lovingly call our monkey mind, goes for a hike. Now this allows our subconscious to be open to suggestions. And the way it works, this is a science, by the way, Penny. The way it works is once our subconscious accepts a suggestion, it has no alternative but to act upon it.
Really?
That's why the Olympians score the goals in their mind way before the game has started, right? People are using it in the, people who struggle, people are helping themselves get rid of the cancers and the illnesses using the power of the mind.
Shifting their subconscious mind. Jackie, yeah. I just want to read a comment. There's someone in the chat room, and it's from Tana Marshall, and she says, OMG. Yeah. Now I understand better why my sugar addiction has kicked in big time the last few years. Yeah. Thank you, Jackie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that fascinating? I'm fascinated the power of our mind. And power of the mind means it's not about the power of mind. It means that, oh my gosh, if my mind is so powerful, I can make the change. Whether it's 30 years down the road or, just like I said, 52 years.
Oh.
52 years. Let me give you an example. I've just remembered this, Penny.
Okay.
Last year I worked with a gentleman. His wife found me, and they were desperate because he had gone to the doc and there was something wrong with his heart, and he had to. So he was smoking and he was drinking 2 packs of cigarettes every day.
Wow.
And 1.5 liters of wine every day. Every day.
That's expensive.
Expensive, but what it was doing, after a single session, Penny, his alcohol consumption was reduced by 70%. I helped him with that. And his cigarettes, he told me, was reduced by 40%. When he came to see me the second time, he had quit alcohol completely. Completely.
Right? That's amazing.
So again, it's not hypnosis. Hypnosis is just a tool that can take you from point A to point B. So it's telling the bus driver, hey buddy, it's time to go left now. This is the right route.
Oh,
right?
Jackie, I just wish I could reach out and hug you, because what I'm feeling from you right now is this isn't just a job. This isn't, oh, I'm a clinical hypnotherapist, but I do that. No, you want to change people's lives because of the life you lived. And you know it can be done, and that, oh my gosh, Jackie, that is a beautiful thing you're doing, and you're finding, because of your passion and you have that belief, it's just like the law of attraction too, right? You have that belief, and you know it can, and you know the people you're helping.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, we're pretty much out of time on this show. Jackie, I will have you back. Something's going. Will you please come back and be my guest again? And because I think we've just barely touched on what you have to say here.
Yeah.
So if there's something right now before we close off the program that you would like our viewer, I know. Well, actually, tell people if they want to know more information about you. Tell people where they can go to learn more about this. And then, if you have any final words for our viewers, maybe I'll just let you run the floor now for a little while and say what you.
If people want more information, obviously they can go to my website. It's right there on the screen, thepowerwithin.ca. In fact, I have a special. Hypnosis special, so thepowerwithin.ca/hypnosis special. And what I more than that I want to say is, if there's something holding you back, if there's a big huge boulder on your shoulder that you cannot get rid of, that's been there for years and years and years, give yourself this gift. It's not about a session. It's a gift that you give yourself. Please give yourself this gift. It will change your life just like it changed mine.
Oh.
And they can learn, Penny, they can learn more from my website. And I have the special. I really love people to find more information and take advantage of the special. I'm excited to do this. I did this today, Penny, because we were going to be on the show, and I wanted to do this for your guest, Penny. So I'm really excited to do this.
Thank you. So let's take a couple of minutes, because someone may be thinking, well, I don't think that's an addiction. I don't think that. Give some examples to our viewers, some examples of what bad habits, what addictions are, like what.
So in my, there are addictions to substance. So it's, it's cigarettes, alcohol, it's, drugs, it's cocaine, it's pharmaceutical drugs. That's another big one, Penny. People are, who are in so much pain now, they become addicted. So people are addicted to pharmaceutical drugs. Then, of course, there are the, food is a big addiction. We all know that, right?
Yes.
And then the other addictions are that I've helped people with is the gambling, pornography, and now, of course, it's the internet and it's social media. So, in my opinion, an addiction is something. Sorry. An addiction is something that we are really hiding behind. We have to do something, need to take care of something either in our family life or our business, but there's something holding us back and we're hiding behind it. So on a, Friday evening after work or every day, I'm hiding behind the glass of wine. I'm hiding behind food. I'm hiding behind my computer. So hiding means I'm not facing the world. I still have this big boulder on my shoulder. I don't know how to face the world, so I'm just numbing my pain. I call it, there's a hole in my soul, right? So
I love that.
My soul, and I can't deal with it.
We're trying to fill it up, but it's not working.
Trying to fill it up. Yeah.
So I have a question. Is codependency, is that an addiction?
It is a huge addiction, Penny. Huge addiction. And of course, that borders on, self-esteem, low self-esteem, and all of those other issues that come with it, right?
Oh, we have a whole lot to talk about. So tell the viewers again. I see there's viewers with us. Tell them again how they can go and check out your special offer that you have, and please.
Please go to my website. It's www.thepowerwithin, THEPOWER, within, WITHIN, it's right there, .ca/hypnosis special. And contact me. I'd love to have a conversation with you. And if you know anybody who's struggling, a dear friend, a dear relative, please tell them about this. Get them to get in touch with me. I'd love to have a conversation with them and show them what next steps they can take if that's what they want to do.
Yes, because the people that are struggling with these addictions, they don't want that in their life. They just don't know how to do anything else. They're trying to, that subconscious mind has just really got them wrapped around until they figure out how to unwind that, and that's what you do for them.
Yeah.
Oh, Jackie, please, I invite you back. Would you accept?
I'd love to come back. I'm really passionate about this. So
we have so much more to talk about, and I apologize to all my viewers for the technical glitch that's gone on here, and it's a learning experience. So this has been the Hangout with Penny Show, episode 26. Next week we have episode 27, and we have CJ Gilbert. She's the animal communicator that was with me last week on episode 25. I had so many wonderful comments that I had to read. I'll do that next week. And yes, we're a weekly show. People are making a habit of it. Friday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central Time. My guest co-host today, the woman that ran the show for me today, Jackie MacLean. She's from Vancouver, Canada, and she is a clinical hypnotherapist, and she deals with addiction recoveries, and she helps people all over the world. She's an international specialist when it comes to this. She has a passion for it because she's lived it, and so she knows. But she's found the answer. So you're a blessing, Jackie. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So we will keep everybody posted for when you will be back, and I hope it's soon. Okay, Jackie?
Thank you. Thank you, Penny.
Thank you. Bye, everybody. See you next
Bye-bye.
week. Bye. Oh, I hung up on you. Oh, hang on. Continue broadcast. I'm